Hey everyone, totally different to what I normally do. Just so everyone is aware, I'm quite into my air rifle, and people don't approve. If you don't like it, then fine, but this is another one of my little hobbies. So all I'm going to do is, might as well, I've got a bipod to fit, got a lovely little attachment, and I'm just going to kind of go through on how to do it. This might be a bit of a longer video, but so this is the Webley Spectra Mark II. I think it's also known as the FX Cutlass or an FX 2000 derivative, but they're all much this. But this is obviously the wooden stock variant. I've had this for several years now, and it's nice. It's the first gun, PCP gun I've ever purchased, and yeah, I think I'll be staying on the PCP guns. Not too keen on Springers nowadays. So all I want to do is obviously mount the bipod, but to mount it I need to put this little screw in. Sounds very simple, but you know, might as well just go through the steps. So with this gun there is only one bolt that you need to undo, and that's just here underneath where the trigger guard is. So if I'm right, I believe it's a 4mm, might not be, Allen key, no, that'd be a 3, maybe be less actually. Okay, so now you can, if you wish, take off the reservoir. Personally, I'm just going to leave it in. If I break it, I break it. So, but if you want to go the full hog, take it off. With these, they have a self-sealing mechanism that will just drop that out for the time being. Put that to one side. So take care with this. If you damage this part here, this is your indicator of how much pressure is left in there. If you damage that, all hell will break loose. Again, this has got, as you can see here, it's got up to, where's the pressure rate here? 220 bar of pressure inside if you want to pump it up. Mine's only got 150 at present. If that goes, you're going to be in a lot of problems. So take care of that. But I'm going to put that to one side. So now with the stock, obviously I've got to mount it, and I've got to mount it centrally. Now, as you can see with the pattern here, it's already been kind of centralised already. So making sure that I've got my bipod lined up, you can essentially use that as a guide to where you're going to put it. Obviously you don't want it too far forward, the wood is thinner, so as you can see the way it tapers, it gets thicker as it goes down, not all that much, but just enough. So what I'm going to do is just give myself a little guide mark just further from pattern. Again, using all the wrong tools, because you know, not everyone's got a perfect workshop. Just give that a go. Obviously, if I mess this up, this is my stock. If you're doing it in your stock, you're not comfortable, take it to a gunsmith. He won't charge you all that much for it anyway. So now get him to do it if you wish. So I just want to double check. Okay, right. So with that marked up, I've probably done this a little bit wrong actually. What you should have done, I might edit this part out, might not, but you know, for the purpose of the tape, as they say. This is tape that you would use for injuries, It's like a plaster tape. It's supposed to use masking tape, but this is the only one I've got at the moment, so it's going to have to do. Essentially what I'm wanting to do is make sure that the wood doesn't splinter too much. If I'm really honest, is it going to matter? The answer is probably going to be no, because once you put this on top, is anyone going to see it? If you want to sell the gun, you'd probably sell it with it on top anyway. So, right, let's get the next part ready. Now the key to this is essentially getting the hole that you're going to drill as square as possible. Now, if someone's got the correct tools in a workshop, they'll have a drill press. I think that's what it's called, a bench drill, and they'll clamp this up and all the rest of it. But I believe that if you go steady as you can and get this as square as you can, you should be okay. I'm using pure eye version, and just take it steady. I don't think there's any reason why you need to go absolutely crazy with this. And also, judging by the looks of it, probably would help if I had a drill bit that wasn't as bent as this one, but I might have already started, so in for a penny, in for a pound. Just find out how far I've gone in. Not that far, but so we'll just keep on going. Now, one of the other reasons why you would take out the cylinder and the hole, if you did this in a bench, you flicked over and you just thought you were going to go through, you have the chance of going straight through and into your tank again. With the pressure in it, you're going to be, well, I wouldn't want to be around, put it that way. Oops. There we go. I think that'll be enough. In fact, I think... well, no, I haven't. I thought I'd gone through. So, I've drilled a hole which I believe will be deep enough. A quick dummy check I could do is take just a screwdriver that's small enough, pop it in, put your finger, you'll come to a length. So there you go, you can see that I've just got it just over where I need to, so it'll screw in nice and tightly. So now what I can do is I can take off my tape, which, I mean, if anyone wants to disagree, I mean, I'm slightly off as you look down, probably to the right, but you know, if that's going to make my shooting off, then I should stop shooting altogether. So what we do is then we take the grub and just start turning it slowly, and that will start to grip. You want to take a screwdriver, pop it through and turn it gently. You don't have to go nuts as if you wanted to get this done in a matter of seconds. So just gently turn until you're getting to flush. Now, I probably could get another half turn, so I'm going to give that a whirl. If it gets to the point where it's starting to feel or really, really tight and you hear any form of cracking, stop straight away. But what I want to do is get this so it's as square as possible. There we go. A good indication is if you've got the screwdriver through like that, if it looks like it's square to the stock, then fine. If you want to get really anal with it, then just go ahead and get a set square out and go to town and knock yourself out. So without further ado then, with these, the standard bipod, this was I bought this from a friend of mine, Beeve. There you go, you can have a mention on there, Beeve. And essentially all you do is you pop through your two clips like so, wrap them round, this might be fiddly, so insert one of the pins and then start winding this on. And what essentially it'll start doing, like it is now, is tightening up to the stock. And then whilst you're tightening, if you can keep an eye on how square you get, you'll know that you've got it nice and square by the way it mounts to the stock itself. So, and there you have it. One bipod mounted, and I think I've done it, how long have we done? Just under 10 minutes. I'll just pause this a second, I'll just get the, I'm not showing you, I might as well just do that now. Just pop that back in there. Tighten all that up. And there you have it. Fully done from start to finish. No messing about. And hopefully, not that I do need to keep an eye on how I'm shooting, but there you go. Very well chuffed. Right, by all means share, comment, post, like, dislike if you wish. Thank you very much.